Welcome to the BCMA Show, brought to you by Southern Sound Outfit. The BCMA Show podcast is available across most podcast platforms, including Spotify, SoundCloud, iHeartRadio, Apple iTunes podcasts, and more. You can also check out all episodes on our YouTube page. And welcome everyone to an all-new episode of the BCMA Show podcast. I'm your host, Jacob, and you know we love to bring you guys some new and exciting music and artists. Our guest today has been on the show before. We welcome him back with open arms. He's here to talk about a new summer song he has just released, and it's a heck of a good one, and that's none other than Jonboy Storey. How's it going, Jonboy?
What's going on, man? How you doing?
Man, we're doing well. It's summertime. It's hot. I know down here in Louisiana it's hot. I know you from Phoenix City, Alabama, so you know what the heat's all about.
Oh, yeah. It's been terrible here lately, man.
Well, man, I'm glad to have you back on. We've been staying in contact with Jonboy since day one. And speaking of day one, it's coming up. We just had the 4th of July holiday pass. And that marks the year mark since you released your debut single, Ultimate Sin, last year on the 4th of July holiday, man. And it's crazy to seem like it's only been a year, but tell us a little bit about how your life has changed over this past year.
Man, I'll tell you what, it's been wild here lately, a good buddy of mine who helped me actually write the first song, Blind Road, he told me, he said, whenever you release that first song, man, it's gonna kind of put you on another level. And it's crazy to think that it's been a whole year since we put out Ultimate Sin, man. But it's it's definitely, it has to a certain degree put us on another level with having music out, on Spotify and all the streaming platforms. It's been exciting. Yeah,
and I always say it. Blaine's a good buddy, and Blaine's actually how introduced me to Jonboy last year before he even had the music out. And, Jonboy's just a great guy, great individual, much less musician, man. So I was happy to be a part of the, helping any way we can to promote it. And, it rose up and down on our top 40, and you've been no stranger to that. And you followed it up, last year, September, in the summertime with your first EP, Mr. Heartbreaker, and had a few tunes off of that go on our BCMA top 40. How did that whole record, did it do as much success as you've imagined, or was it kind of a surprise?
Of course, when you put out a bunch of songs, there's going to be people who like some more than others. And, some of this kind of like that Locals Bar song off the Mr. Heartbreaker EP. That was one of those songs that you just write. I wrote it on the job one day before a gig, playing, before going to Locals Bar that night and playing. And they just kind of like, man, they just kind of fell together. It didn't really take too much effort to write it. So I was like, people might like it, they might not. But, that was one of the most listened to songs on the whole EP.
Yeah, that was the last one we've had on the top 40, man. And to me, it was just a song it's just so well written, and people can relate to it. I don't care if you live in Alabama, Louisiana, Montana, there's always that Locals Bar where everybody and that's
You're exactly right.
And you're no stranger to writing some summertime good music, man. And before we get into it, man, how's your summer been so far?
Man, Jacob, it's been hot down here in Alabama, or over here in Alabama from where you are. It's not up or down, it's to the side. But I'll be honest with you, man, we've just been, chugging away. We've been doing a lot more, full band shows, and we've just been, grinding it out. And it's been grinding it out the whole time, man. We've been playing every weekend and trying to get it done.
Y'all have been some road warriors, man, and grinding it out. What do you do on your spare time, man? Y'all go hit the lake, cool off, fish?
Man, we actually have a farm out there in Crawford, Alabama, so, we'd like to do a little fishing out there, do some dove hunting, and we're going to be doing that pretty soon. Really just anything a country boy likes to do, man, we'd like to do it.
Yeah, hunt, fish, and cut up, man.
Absolutely. Drink some beer.
Yeah, there you go. Drink a few cold ones. Definitely a lot of cold ones right now. You can drink beer. Down here it's so hot, man, in humid Louisiana. I know you guys have the same. It seems like as fast as you drink it, it sweats out. So you got to keep the coolers full,
Absolutely.
Now, we don't recommend any underage drinking or drinking and driving and all that here on Bayou Country Music Association. So, take it easy. Give the keys to somebody. Go out in the lake and just have a good time.
Absolutely.
All right, so let's jump back in, man. Jump back into the music. You just dropped this, and I've been waiting on this much anticipated single here June 29th, in the last month, man, and I can live with that. And, I mean, already, just shortly on my last little look at the numbers, you almost at 3,000 Spotify streams, man. It ain't even been a month out. What's the response been, man?
Man, I'll be honest with you, I was kind of threw back, man. I was greatly amazed by the support this song's got right off the bat. My drummer, Kagan Hussey, actually, he called me the other morning, like, you know, early, and he was like, man, he sent me a text because I didn't answer. He said, man, you got to wake up, you got to look at this. Spotify, when, you know, I just want to say thank you to Spotify because they actually took our music, or that song, and put it on their new music, Nashville, on their playlist. And so, anyway, we were super excited about that. So, man, it's been really good here for the kickoff of the song.
That's awesome, man. And I mean, I know you guys are killing it in that area, all those artists, but have you had some Nashville help, or that just kind of sprung out?
You know, it's kind of funny. As far as the songwriting goes on that song, we were actually doing some deep sea fishing out of Panama City, and the first line of that song, Bringing It In to Panama City, was written probably 3 years ago. And so anyway, you know, it just took, you know, years of coming up with a good beat, trying to, you know, come up with a good beat song to finally get it finished. So I'm glad we finally got it out.
So did you wrote this song with some buddies or by yourself?
Actually, this song right here I just wrote by myself, you know, and it just kind of came together over a period of time. Well,
man, I love hearing the story about songwriting and the lyrics behind it, and it seems that every now and then they have one of those songs that you write, and it seems to take a few years to come together and all. But, man, this one here just screams summertime, screams a good time, and it's just a good country song.
Well, I appreciate it. I really do, man. I'll tell you, we were really excited to release it.
And through the grapevine, you know, I have all this incoming news coming in. You actually going to be filming a video for this song pretty soon.
Yeah, man, actually this weekend we're going down to Panama City. We'll be shooting a music video for I Can Live With That. And we're really hoping the rain holds off because it's supposed to be raining in Panama City. So it might be a rainy video, it might be a sunshine video. We'll find out.
Well, either way, I'm sure it's going to be some good times and a few, you know, cold beverages and fishing and all that good stuff that comes with Panama City, especially when us country boys get down there.
Oh, absolutely. You can count on that.
Well, man, we're gonna play this song. I wanted to mention to you, man, we gonna debut it. I was letting it catch a little steam, but man, it's really catching some steam. I was gonna, but we're gonna debut it on this coming weeks at Friday on the BCMA Top 40, the new one, and man, it's liable to be in the top, you know, in 30 and down, man, because it's catching.
Well, I really appreciate it. Seriously, man, that is awesome.
I mean, I know we're not no Nashville hookups, but that's pretty awesome that you got that already, man. But we love Joe JB, Jonboy Storey. So we have the song. We're gonna play it here. I'll let you introduce it, and then we'll come back in, talk a little bit more about it, and talk a little bit more about your upcoming summer, man.
All right, man. Well, let's hear it.
All right. Go ahead and take it off, man.
This is I Can Live With That by Jonboy Storey.
From the Gulf of Mexico, cutting limes on the cooler. This pack full of groupers spend the day chilling the most. We got Kid Rock rocking the JBLs until I break out my guitar. We're going south the boat to an old dock post and get ready to tie one on. Drinking something out of bottles from Tennessee. Girls looking like some models in a magazine. All the sunshine's bringing out the best of me. Beating down on my old straw hat. I ain't got much money, I ain't got no worries. I'd say this life really ain't half bad. 'Cause I got all my friends and a good buzz in my head, yeah. And I can live with that. Well, it ain't even 12 o'clock, I'm sipping something off the rocks. My skin's red as the day is long, but I can't feel a thing except for the cool Florida breeze.
Right there was the newest one from Jonboy Storey. I Can Live With That. He just dropped it June 29th on all music platforms. Go get it on Spotify, Apple Music, Google Play, iHeart, all that junk. Wherever you get your music, you go pick it up. Jonboy Storey, I Can Live With That. Man, that's a great, great summer song.
Well, Jacob, I appreciate it, man. Like I said, man, we were super excited. Hopefully, to let everybody have a song they can drink to on the beach this summer.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And what's funny is, man, we talked about, it's been coming up on a little few days past a year that you put out Ultimate Sin, and man, I felt like that song right there was like a song about, leaving a girl alone and she's the ultimate sin, but just your voice and the way you can sing a song and make it sound just so damn just upbeat and happy. I considered that a summer song. I really did. Because it was just like, man, I could just listen to it. And so, yeah, man. And another one I want to touch back on that I love is Thank You for the Doubt. And
oh, man.
I love that song. And I don't know, man, if you're a big Cody Johnson fan such as myself, but I know on his latest album, Ain't Nothing To It, he'd put out a song, Doubt Me Now, and it's pretty much the same gist of it, man, is telling all the haters, doubt me now, Of course, yours, Thank You for the Doubt, had the same message, but with a little less punchy in the mouth like Kojo, but ultimately a great song, and has to be a great song to sing up on stage.
And man, I'll tell you honestly, that is the song we almost released it as a single, because that song right there is one that actually definitely means the most. It kind of was the one that took off the whole music career for me.
Now, did you write this one?
Yeah, I actually wrote the Thank You for the Doubt song right after I graduated high school. And, we got a few demos, or, got an acoustic recording, and then we got a full band studio recording on it. So finally, whenever we recorded the EP, we did it again, and so that's how we just put it all together.
Awesome. And when you go out and play these shows, I mean, I know you got a pretty good fan base, man, so far. What has it been like to actually have people sing your songs back to you on stage?
Man, Jacob, I'll be honest with you, man. A few of my buddies that play music, that they haven't released music yet, or, they ask the same question or something. They're like, man, I don't know, man. That's like a feeling I've never had before, man. And when people actually listen to your songs and they know the words, it's like, man, it kind of make all the work, writing them and digging, trying to, all the stuff you do for it, make it absolutely 10 times more worth it than you ever could have thought.
Oh, yeah. And, I mean, like I mentioned earlier, you have a way of just your voice and the melody of how you can sing an upbeat song that it can stay stuck in somebody's head, so it don't take long to memorize Jonboy songs, man. So, let's get to the big $1 million question, man. You put this song out, I Can Live With That. Is this off a new record you got coming?
Jacob, we have a few more songs written, and we're probably going to record pretty soon. But we're going to hold on to this song right now and see how it does this summer, and maybe towards the fall or somewhere close to then actually put out another EP or something.
Hey, ain't no shame in that. I know you got to give some time for your buddy Corey Rose's amazing album to catch some wind before you go and try to overshadow him. You know what I'm saying?
No, man, I tell you, Corey's new album, man, is that not awesome? I mean, that thing is awesome.
Yeah, that right there is, that's country music. That's country music.
Absolutely.
But yeah, that Alabama, man, that whole scene down there. You got you and Corey, of course, Blaine, and you mentioned several friends you have that don't even have music out yet. What is up with the independent country scene down there, man?
Man, it's and it's really a cool thing we have going on out here. I mean, I'm sure it's like this in Louisiana as well around the music scene. But between Blaine, Corey, and like some of our buddies, Drew Ellis, I mean, we all just a tight knit of, it's really more of a friendship. We get together, and Caleb Kane, and we all just, we really love just to get together and write songs, man. So it really helps out whenever you get to see other people's ideas and kind of make them your own and do it kind of that way.
It really is awesome, and I know Georgia is like a hotbed for every other great country artist, and they got so much talent down there. North Carolina's been delivering them left and right in the past years in Nashville between Luke Combs and Chase Rice and Josh Phillips and all those guys. And but Louisiana, we do have our own little scene down here of artists and stuff that are known around here. But man, that sound that y'all have collectively is just it's something that I've not heard since it almost reminds me of a mixture of the Texas country scene mixed with a little bit of the Georgia and the East Coast, because it's like that strong family type thing, but it's got country music at its roots. Whether you're listening to Corey Rose talking about Keith Whitley and just murdering it, or listening to Blaine and his dynamic vocals, or even Jonboy with his country stuff that he's got, that just it's country, you could tell, and it's awesome, man. And I'd love to get a few of your friends that haven't shot out yet and still get them on here, man, and get discovered, man. That'd be awesome, because anybody you send me, I'm going to trust.
Well, man, I want to say again as well, or I haven't said it yet, but I'll speak for Corey and Blaine and the rest of us, man. We sure appreciate all y'all support down in Louisiana. Seriously, it's awesome, man. We thank y'all very much.
Oh, well, hey, man, that's all y'all hard work. I'm just a messenger, just trying to get good music out there, man. And, yeah, for sure. So, you got this one. I can live with that. That's going to kind of be your summertime anthem, man, and I think it's going to climb and going to do some good things, especially once the video. Is this your – well, no, this isn't the first video, because you did some videos for some other tracks off of the Mr. Heartbreaker EP, right?
Yeah, we actually did one for Thank You for the Doubt. We did, indeed. And, it's funny because whenever we did that video, the coach that I wrote the song about was in the room facilitating the wrestling room. And anyway, he kind of was sitting there and listening. He's like, this song was about me. It's just kind of one of those things. So.
There it is. Thank you for the doubt, Coach. So you mentioned, man, I mean, this past year just skyrocketed your career now, and coming up on this. What's the goal, man? What's the goal for, say, another year from now, personally, in your eyes?
Personally, we kind of want to keep it, it's kind of on the fence, man. We really, of course, everybody wants to take it to Nashville, but we don't want to do it too soon. Me and the boys in the band have been talking about it. And we really want to stick around Alabama to try to, grow the fan base around Alabama some. And then, when the time is right, what we'll do, we want to take it on to Nashville and start, still, coming back from Nashville, play some Alabama shows, but try to use Nashville as a way to get out to other places, some other states, and go, take a show a little bit further.
I hear that, man, and you're doing it the right way, and you're a young guy. I mean, how old are you again, man? 21, 22?
21, yes, sir.
21 years old. This dude is 21 years old, and very respectful. You got a long ways, man, and some great mentors out there, and some great people too, just to keep you. I don't even think they need to keep you grounded just as much as I've talked with you, man. You're just a very brought up right country boy, So
that's how we are, you and I.
Yeah,
so I appreciate that.
Yeah. Yes, sir. But yeah, man, looking forward to the new video. Definitely going to be something. Hell, I could see it on CMT, man. Hitting one of them 6-pack, power 6-packs they do or whatever. Push that on there, man. I could see it, man. If I ain't busy, I'm gonna try to make a cameo. You won't even see me there. I'll just jump out the boat somewhere, chugging a beer.
Oh, shoot, man. I'll tell you, we'd love for you to be there.
All right. Well, man, let's talk more about, you talked about the road. You guys been tearing it up all around that area and stuff. Where can, of course, you have your website. Was it jonboystorey.com?
That's it, man. jonboystorey.com.
And, you can go on there and get some music, just a merch. And I did look, you had a few dates on there, but what's some upcoming shows you got, say, for the month of ending of July, August, that you're really pumped for?
Man, I tell you, we actually, we just got the call the other day, man, and we are super excited. I'm not sure if you've heard of Adam Dolet.
Yes.
And Gabby Berry. I think she just actually won The Voice. So
yeah.
We're going to be doing a show in Ozark. Let's see, I think that's August 24th, and we're going to be doing the VIP tent for that concert. It's a music festival, so we're going to be down there with Adam and Gabby doing that show, man. So that's probably like the biggest thing we got, so far. And we're going to be doing some stuff in Auburn, Alabama, in July 20th. We're going to be at Moe's, downtown Auburn. I mean, just I'm trying to hit some of this full band stuff, getting around the college towns. And Ozark's really, old country town, but I mean, we're pretty excited to be there with Adam and Gabby.
I hear you, man. And I mean, Jonbo's always trying to get me to go down there to these college towns, and he don't realize that I bleed purple and gold. It's LSU territory, and they don't accept us well in Auburn or Alabama. So, you know, or Tuscaloosa or whatever you want to call it. I know you're a Roll Tide fan, but I'm willing to put the Tide have beat us so many times. It's like a stepchild getting beat. So, but I know that people got to be butthurt about last year, about the Auburn game where we kicked the last second field goal. So I don't want to put too much, you know, unless it's on my buddy Blaine Rudd, who's a diehard. I like to rub it in his face a little bit. But yeah. So we're gonna get down there though, man. I'll have to. I'll never be able to wear an Alabama anything Crimson Tide, just to let you know, because it just won't. I feel like I'm betraying just everybody. I'll wear an Auburn one just because we've beat them many times, but Alabama, I can't. You know, I can't do that to myself or my culture. Nothing against them.
That's understandable, man.
You know, but man, let's talk a little bit about, you know, last time we talked, obviously a long time ago on the podcast. I had one of my buddies, Corey Adams, of course, owner and operator, founder of Swamp Assassin. He's been a big promoter of what we do and loves country music, has many ties to country artists, and you know, up there in Nashville now, and doing great things. And he just all about promoting a good brand that loves to hunt, fish, cut up, enjoy music, enjoy life. And I was with him at the camp, and you know, he's always listening to the music I send him and stuff, and he's like, man, this kid's good. So he tells me, you know, get him on the phone. We'll hook him up with some merchandise. And I'm like, okay. So he could, you know, he's just a country boy like me. He hands me 15, 20 hats to go and send off to Jonboy. And I got up with Jonboy and sent them off to him, man. And so if you ever see him repping that Swamp Assassin, that's our buddies with Corey with Swamp Assassin down here in Louisiana. But he's really known pretty much worldwide. You know, it's a brotherhood, man. So how's that feel? You know, you got that, and then you had any other kind of sponsors coming at you, man?
Well, man, you know, I tell you, I want to give you a little story about the Swamp. I mean, it really, I ain't gonna lie to you, man. Whenever you give me that phone call, that was a really cool thing, because not too long ago, I was up in Nashville, right, you know, hanging out with some of my buddies, and we're doing some rides and all that. So anyway, some other people from, you know, down here in Alabama were like, hey, man, we're up here, and we're gonna go see the Country Music Hall of Fame and all that. And I was like, you know, I'll go with y'all. And anyway, so we go there, and we come up on Luke Combs' exhibit, and all of a sudden I'm like, I see Swamp Assassin in the exhibit, and I'm like, man, that is awesome right there. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, just the fact that, you know, they have his, you know, the hat that he stuck with, the brand he stuck with, and the Country Music Hall of Fame. So whenever, you know, you called me with Corey, man, that was a really humbling moment, man. I was like, man, you know, it's cool about Swamp Assassin and Bayou Country that, you know, even though we're nowhere near the Luke Combs status at all, you know, that y'all still try to help out guys like us. So, man, I just want to say thank y'all for that. But, man, that was really awesome.
Well, man, just a little background on that when Luke and stuff. Like, if a lot of people, you've seen the Luke Combs video of Hurricane, he's wearing a Swamp Assassin hat. This was before he got, you know, everything Columbia and Kings Creek and all. Well, whenever he went on the tour with Eric Church that ended up going into the, you know, the Hall of Fame, he didn't have to wear, you know, he had bought some Swamp Assassin stuff early on in his career and ended up, you know, Corey's like, holy shit, you know, that's Luke Combs is wearing my stuff. So this is before he broke out with 18 number ones, you know, but and so he sent him some stuff, and man, he did not have to wear that hat on that, you know, and he did, and that was pretty awesome. And you know, Corey's just a down to earth guy, awesome guy, and yeah, I mean, absolutely. You could probably do a better storytelling of that call. We were at Corey's camp in Mississippi late at night and just happened to call Jonboy up. But yeah, man, that is something awesome. I tell him all the time, and he's very humble. He's like, man, it ain't me. That was Luke doing that, you know. But yeah, it's awesome to see, you know, because it all goes hand in hand, man. You're hunting, fishing, country music, it just goes together. I mean, it is what it is. And I tell you what, and I'm not just gonna sit here and harp on Swamp Assassin, but man, that if you want to represent a brand that's all about a brotherhood of just loving the great outdoors, loving good music, loving cutting up, loving hunting, fishing, loving you know, protecting wildlife and conservation, none other than Swamp Assassin. You know,
100%, absolutely.
But all right, man. So yeah, we done went from Jonboy Storey, this kid out of Alabama who's got a song coming up. Fast forward a year later, and he's sponsored by the same Luke Combs hats, of Swamp Assassin hats in the Grand Ole Opry Hall of Fame, and he's just rocking them out. He's been doing well, man. And I have to say, it's all a testament to the person you are, brother.
Well, man, I appreciate that. And like I said, man, good people, they, tend to go to good people, man. So we're really happy to be with y'all.
Awesome, man. And yeah, as soon as I eventually shell out some BCMA hats and stuff, man, I'm going to send them your way. I've just been waiting for a while because we support so many, between Damn It Boy Products, another good buddy of mine that owns that, and awesome hats and shirts, and of course, Southern Sound Outfitters and my boy Aaron. So support so many great artists and great merch people, man. I hate to make my own, because I always believe with guys like such yourself, man, independent artists, you buy the merch from them, man, and that's what helps pay the way, man.
Well, you're right, man. I'll tell you what, I can't wait. I'm gonna go now. I'll buy you the website because y'all have a website as well. Do y'all still have all the hats and all that on your website?
No, I don't have anything for sale on the website. Now we do have a new. It's now BayouCountryMusicAssociation.com, and it's strictly you can go on there and check out the podcast, check out the music charts, check out a few videos and artist stuff. It's all about the artist, man. But once I do get some of those hats and stuff out and shirts, I'm gonna be sending them to the artists such as yourselves, man. And others that support it. I'm not trying to make a buck off of that. I just wanted to have that gets a little bit more support for us, because the more people that know about us, the more people I can help.
Absolutely, man. We appreciate it. We appreciate it so much.
And also, man, Jonboy got some pretty sweet merch, man. Y'all go. Where can they get that? I know it shows, but also on the website.
Yeah, we also have it on the website. We have it on back order right now because we have a company in town, Rawhide Customs, that does all of our leather work on the hats, man. And we got some T-shirts and tank tops in, so they should be in pretty soon. They're going to be ordered next week, and they ought to be ready to go in about 2 weeks.
Well, there you go, man. There you go. So it'll be ready by the time you have some summer shows out there, man. Get some cool merch, Jonboy merch. I still rock mine, man. Those hats were awesome. Those leather patch hats, man. That's awesome. You said, what was the name of the company that helps y'all with that?
Rawhide Customs out of Phoenix City, Alabama, man. They do a wonderful job with the leather.
I tell you what, man. I've never been, but I'll plug them here. Rawhide Customs in Phoenix City, Alabama, did a hell of a job on those hats, and hell, I might have to get with them to make a few for us, man.
Awesome.
Support your local businesses and support your local artists. That's all I can say. Independent artists, independent small businesses. That's what it's all about here, man.
Absolutely, man.
So, man, let's. I want to play this last little trivia game. I'll ask you a few questions, man, and just to see what's going on in your world, your busy world right now, and you just got to answer the best you can. Okay?
All right, man. Let's do it.
All right. Okay, so the 4th of July just passed. I mean, what is one of your favorite memorable 4th of July holiday moments in your life?
Man, honestly, I'm trying to think I'm pretty sure it was the 4th of July. No, I take it back. It was a little bit before. But anyway, we go out to Shell Island in Panama City, most summer. Anyway, hanging out on the Shell Island in Panama City, man, it's felt like any party song you hear on the radio about being out on the lake, man. It's like a floating trailer park out there on Shell Island with boats and all that, man. It's just a big old party, and man, it's always just a great time out there in Panama City, especially on the 4th because they do fireworks shows and all that. Speaking
of fireworks, every Southern-grown individual growing up has had fireworks in their life, and that's probably one of my favorite things about the holiday. Have you ever caught a friend on fire in a Roman candle war?
I'll give you, it's kind of close, man. We were around the pool one 4th of July. And me and my friend had Roman candles, and anyway, as it was getting lit, I would say it's not my fault, man. It's all his fault. He bent down, and the wick got in his eye, and it burned his eye pretty good, man. So that's close enough, man. Hurt him pretty good.
It's not 4th of July till somebody gets burned on, not 8-degree burn, but gets burned from a firework. I mean, that's just how it is down here.
That's how it is, man. And I guess I saw a meme the other day, man. It had thing that said you're not getting the fireworks from the right person if he ain't got 3 teeth and only 4 fingers.
Yes, sir. If it doesn't say illegal fireworks on the side, I usually don't stop. I want them old school badass. They're illegal for most people. The cons we used to be as kids. I know one of my favorites was going, and this is such a felony probably by now, but getting those like 1,000 rows of black cats and putting them in just random mailboxes and just lighting them and rolling.
That's the best, man.
Yeah, so just good old fun with fireworks. That's all I can say. But all right, so last question: your 4th of July holiday and all that. What's one of your favorite just jams to be out there, maybe on the water, whatever? It could be any genre, any whatever for party 4th of July, or just being out there in the water.
Man, and I don't want to sound too cliche when I say this, man, but still to this day, courtesy of the Red, White, and Blue, man, is the most patriotic song that you could probably, if you ask me, man, that just gets my blood a-pumping, and it makes me feel a little bit more American.
Well, man, you're right. And I have to put a little CCR on there, man, and just Leonard Skinner. I mean, that screams America. I don't care who you are.
Now that you just reminded me, man, CCR, man, that definitely come in as strong. Some of their songs, man,
oh yeah,
absolutely all American.
Midnight Special, and just everything, bro. The CCR is just one of the. It's like the Leonard Skinner and CCR go hand in hand when it comes to just America. Sweet Home Alabama. You've heard that one?
Oh yeah.
Is that the national, the state song down there?
Absolutely, man. It's kind of funny because I just came back across the Georgia border because we live right here on the line, and on the sign it has something about Sweet Home Alabama. It's kind of funny.
Heck yeah! I mean, I'd claim that. I wish we got some Louisiana song. Hey, Born on the Bayou by CCR, but yeah, that hell, I love that. And I was listening to it the other day for the 4th. Just cranking it up, man. I'm not even from there, and I mostly hate all their football teams, but I love the people,
Well, y'all do have that one Louisiana Saturday night, man. That's always one to get.
Yeah, that one will get you down. That'll get down, man. I ain't gonna lie. That'll get down, but it's a whole nother world when you start talking about Louisiana Saturday nights. They talking about
I can only imagine.
Oh yeah. But, all right, man, well, we appreciate your time, brother. You're always welcome to come back anytime, man. I just wanted to get you on, talk about the new song, and really get into it and see what your summer plans were as far as music and touring and all of the above, and how your summer's been, man. And I know we stay in touch quite often, and friends above all, brother. And I really appreciate you taking some time and being back on the show.
Well, man, like I said, man, thank you so much for having us, man. Thank you for all y'all support from you and Swamp Assassin and all y'all do for us, man.
Oh, yes, sir. It ain't no doubt. We just love supporting great artists, hard-working artists such as yourself and all your buddies down there. And if you're in Panama City, this coming weekend, July 16th or 12th, 16th, whatever, we're pre-recording this. You might see Jonboy and him, recording in the rain out there. But either way, it's going to be a good time.
Yeah, put on your rain suit and come on and join us.
Yeah, you never know when it might hit CMT's top 20.
That would be cool.
All right, Jonboy. Well, we appreciate you taking some time, man. We'll let you get back to your day. Just stay cool out there, man. I know it's hot down there in Phoenix City.
All right, man. Well, look, and seriously, man, thank y'all for all the stuff y'all do, man, and give me a shout.
Yes, sir. Always a pleasure, Jonboy. You have a good one.
You as well, Jacob. See y'all.
The BCMA Show podcast is available across most podcast platforms, including Spotify, SoundCloud, iHeartRadio, Apple iTunes Podcasts, and more. You can also check out all episodes on our YouTube page. This episode of the BCMA Show podcast is brought to you by Pro Country Music, Swamp Assassin, Blue Otter Polarized Sunglasses, Dammit Boy Products, Generate Promotions, Blue Lark Entertainment, Bulls, Bands, and Barrels, and Trig 44 Entertainment. For more information on how to be a part of the show or to become a sponsor, visit our website at BayouCountryMusicAssociation.com.